Right, Jeb, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Wow, this series might be dead before we... Uh-oh, I quite like that. That's quite cool in my mind. That's magic. We're going faster now. Faster, 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 faster. What on earth? What is going on? This I like the look of, but probably not for the right reasons. Oh, look, see the curvature of the Earth? Why is the ship under acceleration? Where are we coming over? Got a little wobble on it. That's interesting. Assume the position. We've got Val as well. This series just got a lot more interesting. Welcome to the second episode of Kerbalish, and we're going to go for orbit. That's what we're doing today, and this is how we're going to get there, the Beta 1A. So what is it? Well, it's got all the newest tech. We've got our this probe core that actually has some ability to control. We've got a little parachute on the top. We've got a Communitron down there. We have got a fuel tank. We've got some RCS thrusters just up the top there for orientation control. These engines down here do not have any orientation control. That's going to be a problem. We have RCS to go with it, but we've only filled it a little bit. We've got our tank here. We've got a normal fuel tank, and we've got these two little spiders. They've got a bit of gimbal in them, I believe. Here we've got an engine which is the Spacely, and I think that gimbals. And then at the bottom we've got a chunking big lump of solids is pretty much it. The reason I have RCS on here is I'm being hopeful of bringing this thing back because we have a mission. We have two missions: go to orbit around the Earth and then land, or just go to orbit, and then we've got a go to orbit and then return. So I was hoping we could do both at once. Oh yeah, by the way, limited by parts. So yeah, I 40 part limit. I think we might have to spend some money on stuff. So that's why we've only got 2 solar panels, if you're wondering. Well, if it goes wrong, I think we know one of the changes you can make. Right, let's do this thing. Now, one of the things I have done is the middle engine of this stack will actually burn quicker than the others, which means that it gets a little drop off of thrust partway through. But the other thing is I could have set these up so that, say, these two here maybe did something similar so that we didn't have too much high thrust at the end. But we'll see how that goes. These should give me the ability to have a bit of control, I think. I'm going to kick it off and we're going to see what happens. There we go. We're going up. We've got 3 of those, haven't we? I've got 3. We've got 3, right. And then I think when we get to about 100, I'm going to start trying to turn this thing over just a smidgen. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Oh, we've got that's an interesting little... Wow. Hello. I think that's to do with the fact that the wings are like they are. Okay, that's going to be problematic. Right, that's a little on the problematic side for my liking. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to lose a little bit of thrust any second now, aren't we? There we go. We need to position it on the launch pad so that we actually have the fins like that, I think. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Yeah, just do that. Probably would have been better putting 4 fins on it. Would have given more control, but we'll see. Look, woo, yeah, we can't really see much of interest on the map view because we don't have the control, the stuff and things for that. Our app is 14. Oh, that's not particularly good. Oh dear. Right, fire that. There we go. Right, that's gonna be good. Is it? Is that gonna get me going? Right, we're still not on it. That's good. We are going up. I'm a little concerned that up a bit. I need to up. Let's turn the RCS on. Yeah, I think we are failing. I think we needed to gain altitude first, right? So I think I was getting a bit carried away. I think it's time to shut this down and accept our failures. There we go. Get rid of all the things. Get rid of everything. Fire that. We can at least test this, see if it actually works on the way down. Have I got this set? Oh, we do have that set. Okay. Right, wonderful. Right, we can... Oh, that's hovering. Extend it? Is that gonna... will it extend? Why will it not extend? We're going to try that again. I think there's enough delta V there. I think it's just about applying all the delta V. Yeah, let's try that again. And for all that work, we got 0.1 science. Rotate the craft and try again without changing anything at all. Fire the engines. There we go. We're going to wait until we get to about 100. Then we're going to start tilting. You see, I've rotated this a little bit, so we've now got the fins and stuff in a nice orientation. Make it a little bit more sensible, I think, for the turning. Bring it to 100, and we're going to just do a little bit of that. A little bit. There we go. That's better. We're now up at almost 10 kilometers apoapsis. We're just going to keep going with it. We want to get out the thick stuff as quickly as possible. We did turn over very quickly last time. Don't need to worry too much about that this time. It's not about getting equatorial or polar or anything like that. It's not capable of it. Let's be entirely honest. It's got a bit of a squidge on it. Okay, we're about approaching 20 kilometers. That's a higher apoapsis than last time, even after we fired the engines and stuff like that for the second stage. So that's good. 25. Okay, we're good. So we're going to keep just edging it over just a little bit. And then we're going to get gimbal control in a minute, which will be nice. So there we go. We're getting ready. And we fire that stage. Wonderful. Right, so we're now out through the atmosphere. Now, does this gimbal? Is this engine gimbaling? Yes, it does. We have a little gimbal on it. Okay. I think I want to start turning over a bit more. I'm worried that I'm doing it too early, but we're just going to do it. We're going to do it there. These fins, of course, are still dragging in the air, so it's going to pull us back onto the prograde marker, which is not a big problem, but it's not one I like too much. Right, we're up to 50. I want to get this just down a bit. Yeah, just down to there. I think we might have enough here. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the orbital speed is on here. Although it's Kerbal scale, I don't know what the actual final orbital speed will be. Right, we've now got an apoapsis over 70, so that's good. That's a positive thing. I like that. We don't know how long it is until we get to that apoapsis, but get rid of that stage. There we go. Right, we're now coming out of the atmosphere. These have got gimbal, but they've got a little wobble on it. That's interesting. Can I put the RCS on? Is the RCS going to fix it a little bit? So we've got 1,000 meters per second. If this takes 2,800 meters per second to be in orbit, this is a lot bigger planet than I thought it was. And this is annoying, actually. When you don't have the time to, it actually becomes harder. Why is my apoapsis going up? I do not have any firing going on right now. There is no thrust. Have I got phantom force somewhere? Do I actually have phantom force going on? I might have phantom forces. Right, this component has phantom forces somewhere going on. I do not know where though. This is just weird. That is just weird. Okay. There's a whole world of potentially phantom forces going on here. In this. Or something going on with it. Let's try it again. To say that this is 30 seconds later and everything's been fixed and everything's wonderful. But actually, it seems we had a glitch, which was, for some reason I had to restart the game because we're getting phantom forces on this. Turn on the SAS and get going. And we're going to go up a bit. We're going to put these on full power now. We're going to start turning now, I think. There we go. Just get a bit of turn on it. Get the turn going. Just a smidgen. Just a bit over there. Just go on, get over. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. Fire the next stage and we're off. We're going quite fast on that. And then it's just a case of we're going to try and turn this thing over as much as possible, and I'm wondering, can we do that in this environment? I think we probably can, actually, if we just tip it over all the way. Come on, all the way over. Get all the way over. Go on, all the way over. Keep going. Push it. So we're at 83 for our apoapsis. We've got a lot of periapsis to work on. We've got a bit of roll, actually, which is a little bit concerning. Can I fix that with anything? This stage should hopefully finish it, and then if it does really well, we'll be able to bring it back out of orbit, which would be a wonderful ride. Now we're onto this stage. Let's have a look. How are we doing? This stage this stage is able to roll because we've got the two engines. Because we don't have the tracking station, I can't see the time to actual periapsis, which is problematic, if I'll be honest with you. There you go. So we're right balanced on it right now. So I think I'm going to leave it just there. That's it. That should give us something, I'm hoping. You see, it's not ticking over too badly right now. In fact, it's slowing down. So we can actually move it back towards the horizon. There we go. And we're now going to be popping into orbit any second. There we go. Cut it. Right. There we go. We are in orbit. Oh, first orbit. You notice the antenna's on one side because I took it off the top there because I was concerned the phantom forces were there. I thought there was all sorts of phantom forces going on. Yeah, so phantom forces, I'm not entirely sure what it caused it. I just had to restart the game. At one point I thought it might be these engines because they're clipped in like that. I thought it might be this probe core because it was different. So I actually ran a load of little experiments. Hopefully we're okay now. So we have completed the mission, which is orbit the Earth. We can get rid of that. We get 8 signs for it. We've got that suborbital return. We've got these worlds first. Right, I think now it is time to return. Fire the engine. We're going to fire the RCS. This is why the RCS is here, actually, because otherwise I'd have to wait until the whole thing goes around orbit. I could leave this thing up. I don't need to. We're going to complete another mission with it. So there we go. Put that there. It's been in orbit. So then we're just going to fire the engines. And you can see our periapsis is now wonderfully low and beautiful. So we don't really mind too much about how much delta V we're going to kill off. We can do that, actually. It's probably better like that. I'm going to discard that because I don't want it. Right, so we are now coming in through the atmosphere, and I don't know how stable this is because normally I would actually do a little bit of an aero check on it, and we're not in fair and we're in stock aero, so I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do, but we're going to do speedy up. We're going to do speedy up. I can turn the RCS on if needed to orientate it. We've got our heavy heat shield at the bottom here. nice and full with ablator. We've got this tank that's got some fuel left in it. Got quite a lot actually. We could have cut it even lower. We're going to actually remember to change this to when risky, and then I'm going to actually arm it, so it's now armed, it's ready to go. We've lost the antenna, that's fine, we expected that to happen. I mean, I shouldn't have even extended it. Do I get money back for it if it's broken when it returns? That's interesting, because that makes it worth it then, doesn't it? I'm wondering, it's like, is this a cool picture view? Is this something we like? Do we like it coming in like this? I quite like that. That's quite cool in my mind. I don't know what we're coming over. What is this? Where are we coming over? Is this I don't know. It's somewhere on Earth. Europe, maybe? No. We're gonna let this thing fall down now. We've got the parachute deployment, which is good. That's lovely. I'm gonna speedy on this up, and then we shall probably see it as it touches down. Well, that was the sound of the rest of the craft exploding, probably as it hit the ground, which means it survived re-entry. That's interesting. I wonder what that is. Here we go, as if by magic we should be putting ourselves down on the ground any second from our return from orbit, and there we go, all the way down. Right, back to base. We have managed to get recovery from orbit 10 science. That's nice on top of the extra stuff. So we got a little bit of science off that we didn't think we were going to get originally. And we have got, let's see what, Communitron. You do get the funds back. That now it's 144, and we got 48%. Okay, so I wonder if we got it there. Yeah, we've got a chunk of science there. Not enough to get, for example, the next sort of, where are we? The next sciencey thing that we could get, but we've got potential for some expansion there. A little bit of funding. I mean, we're not got enough for this. I mean, I'd really like these. The Valiant. I've seen that before. I think that's from ReStock, and potentially the Torch and the Pug would be really nice. I think for us that would be a really nice little upper stage. I believe it has a gimbal. Right, so we have a polar orbit. It doesn't actually say anything about the path it has to go on. That's interesting. Flyby of the moon gives us a lot. Thanks, Jane. Gives us a lot. And then we've got upper atmosphere crude. This I like the look of, but probably not for the right reasons. So here we are on the launch pad with the Beta 2A, and yes, it's got Jeb on it. It's got Jeb sat on the top there. Because what we do have, we have a plane capsule. I don't want to use the plane parts for this. We've got a seat. We have a seat, so we're using the seat. So we've got the seat there, and we of course have put a parachute on the top, and primarily just for aerodynamics. We could have put. I mean, he's got a parachute on board. I'm not sure he can bail out. We probably can. And then we've put him basically on top of a version of the beta craft. So this has got fewer solids there. It's got a second stage, but it doesn't have the third stage that we were using to get to orbit. We're just going to try and hop it up there. So we're looking for 18 kilometers. Right, Jeb, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Assume the position. Okay, so there we go. Jeb is off. I've got the camera focused on him so you can really see his experience. I'm gonna start turning the craft just a smidgen, just a little smidgen sideways, just to ease it. We don't want to go too far vertical, I think is my concern. We want to get him to come down gradually, nicely, not too far, not too ballistic. That 80, I think we're well gonna. Yeah, Jeb, you're gonna go quite far here. I think this is gonna be fine. We've basically done very little to this rocket. Actually, Jeb, you know what you could do for me? Could you do an EVA report? Is that possible? Thank you. Right. I suppose we could fire that. Oh, there we go. Oh, there was a bit of a glitch there. That's interesting. Right, Jeb, how are you doing? I mean, you do have, I believe, the ability to bail out. You do? I think so. We could do this twice. We've got Val as well. Oh, look, you can see the curvature of the Earth behind you. How exciting. You are going quite high. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I just want you to go sideways a bit now. The thrust on this is not great, to be fair. I think it's it's 2 actually. That's not bad at all. We've got those fins that are going to impact it though. So we'll just do that. We are actually up at 50 now. This is not the easiest. Can I turn the RCS on? Is the RCS is going to help me a bit. Okay. I think below 50 is healthier for us. And then we'll just lose that. The fuel will burn off, and then we can just decouple it. Why is my? I've got RCS. Why do I not have? That's not doing anything. That's odd. Why are you stopped working? Oh, that works. Right. So those are working, but it's just the Oh, you know what it is? That's the center of mass is just there. I've got the RCS probably positioned right on the center of mass because the Kerbal will weigh quite a bit, won't it? Right, we've done that, so it's just a case of splash down now. Right, Jeb, I'm a little concerned about which way we're going to come back, if I'm honest. We need to get off the prograde, actually, is what I need to do. I need to get off the prograde. We are coming in quite fast, and that could explode. I mean, we could bail out. That is an option. I think this design is flawed. I suppose at least we're coming in sideways. Jeb, how are we doing? You feeling okay? I mean, that's probably not the best feeling that you've had recently. Well, at least you're slowing down. I mean, can you can't even roll. You can't even look downwards. You're just looking at the stars right now, aren't you? Okay, so we have slowed down quite quickly. I wonder whether this being a flat surface and this being really unaerodynamic has actually helped. Oh, there we go. That's good. We can do that, and we can turn off that, and we can turn off that. Actually, would probably be the best thing. If you were wondering, yes, we've got a little tiny. I don't have any structural support, so I've just put this this aerial here, primarily because I thought I wonder if I can get any science doing this, but also. I wanted something to look as though that was attached. Okay, this is offset. I wonder how much science we'll get. We've got an EVA report, and we've got a crew member that's now gone up to the high altitude. Now, I should have really checked what we would have got for EVA high up, but we can send another one with Val if we need to. That's a great idea. We could just send Val. Val will be fine with that, I'm sure. Now, will the parachute be enough is the next question. And we are about to find that out because it's gonna pop any second now. There we go. It is gone, and we're down to. Oh, we're fine. It's under 4, right? To the water. Well, I have to say, Jeb, I think you're looking particularly happy with yourself after this mission. I think there was a few moments of hairiness there. You know, the re-entering sort of head first was probably not the way we would have liked it, but yeah, you seem very positive about it. Next time, maybe a capsule would be an idea. Now, is he going to sink? That's the question. Is he going to sink? No. No, he's not. Wonderful. Right. Oh, hello. Ooh, that could have been better. At least you've got a helmet on. I mean, that's the positive there, isn't it? And there we go. Jeb has flown higher and further than anybody else in history. Because it's the first ever flight of a Kerbal, and we don't get any science for that. But hold on, where's the science? We had science. Recovery of a vessel. Where's the science he had that he did from an EVA? It looks as though it's been added. Something's been added. Is that because we've completed this? That's not right, is it? I mean, yeah, he had some science there. He did an EVA. Maybe it's just because you're not allowed to do EVAs without the astronaut complex. Maybe that's the problem. We've got 300,000, so we could operate that actually and give us more parts, and then this would allow more building. We have the mission to send a Kerbal to space. We're going to have to get the science somehow. We're going to test this time whether we can get the science. I don't think we're going to be able to get the science. We're going to take this one. We're going to do it. It's 2 science. Let's go and modify the craft just a smidgen. Well, we were going to send Val, and Jeb wanted to jump in as well. But yeah, Bill, the engineer, just said, you know what, I've built this. I'm going up there. So what we've actually done is we've moved. We've got an extra set of RCS thrusters. We've got some at the bottom of that unit, some at the top. They may or may not work. I don't know. We've changed the thrust on this just a little bit so we don't use all of our thrust up with air resistance and stuff like that. We have to get to 70 and then land back down. I think we're just gonna launch it and let's see what happens. So up we are going. We're going to wait until we get to about 100, then we'll start to do a little banking. Again, we're not trying to get to orbit with this because number 1, it doesn't have the delta V, and number 2, that would probably kill our Kerbal, because if we're coming down head first, then it's cooking time, I think, quite simply. But we do want to just get a little bit of bankage on there, just so that it's not a completely horrendous ballistic arc. Look, you can see behind him, you can see the curvature of the Earth already. Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. You can see the middle thruster is actually going to run out first, and we'll have the 4 on the outside, which is quite good. That's going to give us a nice little sort of a push there. It's going to be a nice push, I think. They're going to slow down in a minute. We're going to go into our next phase, and we're just going to keep an eye on our apoapsis. We want to go over 70. We want to just over 70. We don't want to go too far. That's why we've got a liquid fuel engine. So there we go. So this liquid fuel engine is not going to produce much push to start with. It's pretty much not much push at all, but that's fine. We don't need a lot from it. It is a gimbling engine, so it's going to have a bit of control, but we do have a wobble with it, which I'm not a big fan of. All this stage has to do is just push us up and keep pushing us up. I'm just looking at this. We should start to get, so we've got 1.6, so we are going to be pushing. We're going to be pushing. I hope we're going to get to 170 on this. We should, because obviously this is the final heavy bit of the rocket. This is going to just, as its fuel uses up, this is going to go through the roof, isn't it? Yeah, we're at 1.8 already on thrust. We're about 50. So when we get it to about 75, no matter what, we will cut it out, because it's not going to lose that much through resistance through the air and stuff. We're already through the thick stuff. We're up at 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So we're going to cut it out 75. There we go. Right. It's going to start dropping. I'm going to decouple. Can you do an EVA now? An EVA report? Grab it, please. 7.5? Oh, we'll have that. Oh, actually, EVA report. Overwrite it. Can I transmit it? Oh, I can. Hey, should have done that last time. So we know that we could actually do an EVA report on the way down. If our antenna survives, we will do one on the way down. What's our battery situation like? We've got loads, because we've got those 2 batteries strapped on the side. That's wonderful. Oh, well, we can get an EVA from orbit potentially, can't we? I wonder what that's going to give us. Right, there we go. Right, can you do me an EVA report now? I hadn't even thought about the antenna being useful for that. All right, that's another 8. Okay, that's good. What's that taking us to? Science? Oh, 54, 55 almost. That's beautiful. If you'd like to come back down now, Bill, that'd be really nice of you. Right, Bill, I don't want to alarm you, but we're now going to try and just reposition you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on that return vector there, just like that, okay? Because you should be coming in nicely, okay? Happy with that? I would be happy with that. I think you're going to be loving it. I think we turn the RCS off. I think we'll see how stable this is. I think it should be okay. That heat shield should weigh that end down, although you are quite heavy. Wow, you are really, Jeb was not as emotional about this as you are. Why, you are smiling like a crazy person right now. That is a little concerning. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put the RCS on. Yeah, we're going to put the RCS on, and I'm going to do a little bit of guiding. I think, yeah, I want to pull this to there. Why are you twisting? Actually, you're coming in at a funny angle. Okay, the parachute is deployed nice and early. We've not got too much heat because we came in actually quite nicely. We just by tapping ourselves over that altitude. Have we actually got it over there? We have. We've got a Kerbal over the 70, so we can turn the RCS off now, and this thing can go down. So let's get it down there, I think. While we're going down, we must remember we can get an EVA from down here, can't we, that we didn't get before. There we go. 5.6. Grab that. Thank you very much. Have we got much battery left? We do. Forgot to put this antenna onto allow partial, because I wonder whether I can get an EVA from the water. We might get signal. What are we bouncing through? It doesn't say. We're transmitting, can transmit science, signal strength 100. Doesn't say where we're transmitting to. Direct connection to the Space Center. I don't see the Space Center around here. That's interesting. And we have full deployment of the parachute. We're going to slow down to a nice speed coming in there. That's looking good. You know what? I actually didn't think about this. This is like the Mega Rock, isn't it? The Mega Rock concept. Just strap a person in a makeshift capsule on top of a rocket you've used for something else. That was very Mega Rock. If you're interested about Mega Rock, I do have a video from many moons ago about Mega Rock, a British idea for putting a man into space in sort of the 1950s. Oh, well, 1940s, 1950s. Right, we're going to go and we're going to hit the water now. You okay there, Bill? Going to be fine? I think you're going to be awesome. And we are just about doing it. We are down. Well done, Bill. Now, can you get me an EVA report from there? Ooh, that's nice. You get a little bit of that there. Is that gonna actually work? Do I actually get anything for that? Are we out? We're out of electric charge. We've got 2 science. Okay, we've got some of it. All right. And we have completed the crewed space flight mission. So, oh, and isn't that nice? We've got suborbital flight recovery, 1.3 science. That's done. Bill's got pretty much nothing special. And now we have send the first Kerbal to orbit. Yeah, I think we're going to have to spend some money on stuff. I think we're going to leave it there. I think next episode we're going to spend some of this money. We're going to hopefully, potentially, maybe send a Kerbal to orbit. And we might even try and fly by the moon. We're definitely going to get a polar orbit out of the way. So from me until next time, Have a great one. So if that was good for you, check out on the screen right now some links you can see other videos you might like. Check out the channel, see if there's any playlists you like. There's also some links to other content creators there you might like, or leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, do all those things.